From The Human Condition, a User's Manual by Arnold Kunst, September 29th. You cannot escape the responsibility of tomorrow by evading it today. Abraham Lincoln. We all learn some lessons in life the hard way, and while stationed in Germany with the U.S. Army, I learned the value of reading carefully a document before I signed it. I was proud of the fact that I had earned a driver's license in basic training. Every now and then I'd get assigned to drive for the day. It had a way of getting me out of boring but familiar and into the somewhat distant and more or less exciting or exotic. Anyway, on this particular day, I was assigned to transport the equivalent of the diplomatic pouch from our company to battalion headquarters 40 miles away. Now, you need to know that we were an ordnance company. That is, we dealt with the care and feeding of weaponry. But in our case, we were what was euphemistically called a special weapons company. That's Army speak for nuclear weapons. Our company was made up of two types of 18-wheel trucks. The one transported the nuclear warhead itself, while the other transported the rocket. If or when the balloon ever went up, we were to transport our payloads to some secret undisclosed location in the German countryside, where we would liaise with the artillery guys who would put the rockets together with the payloads, and then, on the president's order, those artillery guys would execute the presidential push of the button. Anyway, as you can imagine, transporting that particular pouch was a big deal because the contents of that pouch did not want to fall into the hands of the wrong people. When I got that pouch, I signed for it. Although I didn't realize the import of that fact, I was now part of a paper trail, locked in. And you guessed it, that paper trail needed more careful attention than I gave it that day. Like, my signature meant that I had taken personal responsibility by signing for that damned pouch when I got it. But I was far more intent on getting to the snack bar at the other end than getting that same paperwork signed when I dropped it off. Mind you, when I got to the battalion headquarters, I did in fact leave it with the right people, but as you can readily see, that's not quite the same thing. I found all about it 3 days later when I was called to my company commander's office. My signature was the last one on record, and what did I do with the pouch? I eventually got off the hook, but it took 3 long weeks. Now I know. When you're on the hook, it's best to pay very close attention to paper trails. Snack bars are of lesser importance.